Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Artist Dialogue, where we deal with the issues of the world, especially current issues of the world, one conversation at a time. So for today, I'd like for us to go through the social media, which is taking much of our time and which is considered, disruptive for this generation and all. So this specific special guest that I have in the studio today has chosen the educative form of TikTok. We spend a lot of time scrolling through the social media and focusing on the fun and the joke and all things. But this specific one, I'm telling you, chose to educate people in a fun way. And that's why she has most followers in a short time and has educated the non-medical people in a way that they can understand. So, Dr. Misraq, welcome to the studio. And I've seen one of your TikTok, and on that I saw that you, on your journey through medical school, you've 2 years.
Yeah.
And what kept you going, and what was going through your mind, and what was your motivation to keep going?
My motivation was mainly my family, specifically my dad, because he's so supportive. He's whatever decision you make is the right decision and I got you. And it's the fact that I did progress for a couple of years and it's giving that up for what? And then I don't see myself doing anything else. The good news about lagging for 2 years is I got to enjoy medicine. I got to see it in a different perspective. I started seeing the beauty of it without when you lag for one topic, you only have to study that for a whole year. So I had time to see it from I had to enjoy it, and it was fun. I'm this is actually really great. Why don't they teach us? Some are good teachers, but I started seeing it in a beautiful way. I started appreciating what I'm capable of. And it became fun. To be fair, lagging in medicine is not always due to lack of commitment or education. Sometimes it's just bad luck. Sometimes it's just bad environment. But yeah, the good news is I got to love medicine all over again, and I stuck around because of my family.
Good. So that's what kept you going.
What kept me going? Yeah.
Good. So many actually doctors is the reality of the world, face this financial struggle. And some of them actually have left the medical field. So what actually made you to stuck with medicine and keep practicing it?
Thank God I do have the privilege of not having to pay rent, not having to have to pay for food. All the basic necessities have been met. So I have the privilege of choosing medicine. Some don't. Some have families, some have kids. So some, even though they want to help, even though they want to be in medicine, they have to quit because they have to take care of their family. They want to get married. Currently, to be honest, I was working for a health center. I quit that because the amount of stress and the amount of work we were doing was not fair compared to what we were paying. And I need to grow out of the house at some point. I have to be an adult at some point. So I have to be I have to make my own money, and this is a lot of work and it's taking up all of my time. So I need to use my time in a fair way where it can advance me. As much as I love my patients, I need to prioritize myself too. So I had to quit that because it's not enough money. And I don't know how other doctors do it, because recently there was a vacancy announcement, and for specialties, for medical specialties, for ENT, ENT specialties, and the salary that was announced was 12K, 12.700K.
That's the gross salary
for a specialist. This is not an encouraging environment for the kids to become doctors.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping this is not how people value their health. This is not the value of the salary, our salary. I'm hoping is not the same as how people value their health, because you guys gotta give it more value, man.
Of course, yeah. So what inspired you to start TikTok? Because as we all know, the ones that have many followers are the ones that entertain the people.
True.
People as they scroll through TikTok, what they're wanting or what they're there for is the fun part, the entertainment part.
True.
So you chose another road to educate people, and then what kept you going, and what was the best feedback that you got from people that actually made you say, yes, this is why I started TikTok?
The reason, one of the main reasons I started was like I wanted to educate. I wanted people to see medicine the way I see it, because I see it in a different perspective. And I love animation, cartoon movies, and I try to make medicine like as much as possible like an entertainment, like a path, like give the organ character so that they see it in an animated, fun kind of way. So the best feedback I had is people telling me how I'm a good teacher, how they see medicine, how they understand it. Because since I told you, like I lagged 2 years in medicine, right? So I've never been the smart kid. So being appreciated for being smart is like a whole new universe that I love right now. It is the best feedback. It's the energy that's like pushing me to start like a YouTube and do everything that I'm gonna approach. So the best feedback is people telling me, medical students telling me, like, this used to be a very difficult topic since you explained it. So I love that part.
So that's what kept you going?
That's what keeps me going. What got me started is I want to teach, plus we're going to go back to that salary thing.
Of course.
I'm looking for an extra income here.
Okay.
So after that, the education and the entertainment, I've gotten a lot of different opportunities. Even this is like, well, and I got to be on TV. Look at me, like an adult. Imagine that.
ከሌላ ጊዜ የበለጠ ሐሞት ጠጠር በጣም እያጋጠመኝ ስለሆነ ዛሬ ስለ ሐሞት ጠጠር እናውራ። ኖርማሊ ሐሞት ምንድነው የሚለውን ስናይ ጉበታችሁ የሚያመርተው ፈሳሽ ነው። ይሄ ፈሳሽ ደግሞ ጥቅሙ ምንድነው? እናንተ ፋት ነገር ስትበሉ ያንን ፋት ብሬክ ዳውን የሚያደርግላችሁና የሚሰባብርላችሁ ከሰውነታችሁ አብዞርብ ለማድረግ ይቀላል ማለት ነው።
So this is like the whole thing that is keeping you going, and then like people appreciating you for who you are, for what you do,
for what I teach. I love that.
I think we all actually agree on that one, because medical field and the complicated words and in the complicated world, like we have been taught for it like to be feared. We were fearing medical like things. So how do you choose your topics? Like to pick one topic and then to break it down and then, you know, to bring it to like the non-medical people. It needs preparation. So how do you do it?
I choose topics. I mean, the first ones were like the most common cases, like hypertension and DM. Most the ones I need people to address, because people hear hypertension and they just think it's just, you know, they don't visualize it, and I want them to visualize, because we start them on medication and they're like they don't see the significance. So the way I told hypertension is like visualize like a high pressured valve like being opened. So like imagine the damage that does to your valve. So now that people have a very vivid image of what's actually happening when we say they have high hypertension, it's not just numbers they see a vivid image of that pressure in their vessel, so they will take their medication. So the topics I'm addressing are people you know take them for granted, like they don't take them seriously. So I'm like, DM and hypertension, do not take them as a joke. This when we say this is the number, this is what it means. And the rest is just, I watch TikToks, I try to study, and then when I go to the clinic and I see patients and I see like a lot of people asking me that, that's how I choose the topics. And they're nice.
Okay, so being a doctor is one thing, and being a content creator is another. Two things that are really demanding. So how do you balance, you know, those things, to stay there, to be there for your patients, and at the same time, you know, be present online?
So initially, I was working at a health center and doing the medical content, which was very difficult. Currently, I'm working part-time and content, which has given me like a very better time to like work on my TikTok, work on my social media. I'm starting a YouTube. So not too bad. But initially, when it was at the health center, I used to study like when I had a night shift and there's no patient. I used to study there, and then I used to use my office. So it was not easy. But it has helped me, like, since I've experienced the difficult side. Now that I have like free time, I'm comfortable enough to do both in a fun way. I'm enjoying it.
Good. So like, you know, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but like back in the days when we were in school, like we're old enough now though, so
imagine that.
Like we used to be like looking up to the doctors, to the engineers, to those like respected like fields. I'm not saying any other like field is like not respected, but like in our society, doctors and teachers and engineers and like lawyers, they've got some like respected area, right? So like those things were the ones that we looked up to, those were the ones that we grew up and aspired to become one. And then nowadays, it's becoming hard for the kids, you know, to look up to the doctors and the engineers, because you see a lot of them complain about the financial issues, you know, despite the love that you have for medicine, you just have to, you know, continue to another path.
True.
You chose another path, despite you spending school and like many of your years in school, like 20 and plus years. It's not easy.
It's not.
So what do you say for the, you know, coming generation to keep them being motivated on their studies?
See, that's hard. The only thing I can tell the younger generation is join medicine for the passion, the beauty of the science, because that is worth it. That's beautiful. But if you need economical security after finishing medicine, if you're doing it for the money, it happens, but that's rare. Genuinely, what you should expect is, if you want to help your country, if you want to help patients, there are so many patients you're going to help. You're going to get attached. You're going to be happy. You're going to be sad. There are moments where you don't get the result that you want. But medicine is not a field that you join for money. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I want to be optimistic and be like, you don't know what the future is. Join us. No. Like currently, choose it for science and to help people. The rest, I can't say. I have nothing motivational to say to the kids. I mean, we're going to. I wish I could be like, you know, optimistically be like, join us. It's worth it. If you need to support your family when you're done after graduation, this is not the field for you. Not currently. I don't know about the future, but yeah. Last time they invited me to a high school, I was like trying to be so optimistic about like.
Yeah.
But the science is beautiful. It's.
Yeah, it's not something that you can easily give up on.
It's not. I mean, do not walk away from your passion because of it. But if you need job security, if you need economical stability, this is not the current field.
So, like, how about they, you know, study other subjects and then at the same time do it for the love of medicine, and you know, engage in other like in other fields that they can generate income with.
In an ideal scenario, you get to learn medicine and have a side hustle, but medicine is not like that.
It's demanding.
24 hours is not enough hours for you to study enough medicine. The more you study medicine, the more you know you don't know. So the more you feel like you have to study. There is no moment a person like studying medicine being like, you know what, I know enough. There will never, even after we graduate, we're still studying. Even after we practice, we're still studying. It's never like enough information. You have to be updated. There's no such thing as, I've done enough studying, let me do some side hustles for the money. That's not the kind of field. Like, you are completely and utterly committed. Not even social life, leave alone another business. But if your family is, ideally, if you're born into a very supportive and economically stable family, and you want the science, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. I mean, it's not for the weak, but by the end of the road, when you graduate, you will become a definitely stronger person. Happy person? Questionable. Strong? Yes.
Good. So like on your short journey on TikTok, have you seen a case that your content actually made a difference in their like decision that they make about their health?
I can't say there's like a significant like life altering decisions, but there are people who talk to me, they DM me and about decisions, and people worry, especially when it comes to their kids, they worry a lot, like disproportionately, they stress. So when they talk to me there, I'm like, no, just do this, maintain this, and they will be good. So like, you know, lowering a mother's stress means a lot. And then the best part is medical students reach out to me like, I was actually going to quit, but since I saw you, and now they kind of have started studying in a different perspective. Like once I told them like, this is how you should see it. It's a beautiful science where it's like, it has a pattern and you should like try to figure out the pattern. And then students reaching out saying like, I was going to quit and I continued studying medicine because of you. I'm like, really? Look at me making a difference.
Yeah. It actually feels like great to make a difference, right?
Right? It genuinely does. Like it feels like you have made an impact, which is...
Of course, it is like I am assuring you, because this generation is seeing that like those who worked hard, those who were like the lead, the top students in their class are not making it, you know, are not making enough at this time right now. But like those who were entertaining people, having fun and, you know, all the silly things are making a living, like a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then that could be actually discouraging. And then you might sometimes even question, like, why am I even
Why
here?
am I even doing this?
Yeah.
I know.
So, like, people like you, I say, those people, we need them. And those are the ones that are making an impact. And, you know, that are the ones that are making us believe that we shouldn't give up, right?
I love that. I'm glad I get to be the face of that. Wonderful.
Yeah. So, like, where do you see your journey? Like, your TikTok? Like, do you plan on like exploring other platforms, grow your online, you know, personal like things? Where do you see it? Like,
I want to start a YouTube. I want to start a YouTube for students. And I want it to be like detailed, like before they address the topic, I want them to like see my video and then they have a clear picture, and then they can go studying and then have like do the minor detail part. But I want to like, this is how you should see it first. This is how the pattern is. And in detail, they can continue studying. Like, I want to get them excited about medicine. Because like the way we were taught, understandable because payments, and they've been doing that for years, kind of exhausting. They are good teachers, especially pathology teachers, were wonderful. But the rest were not, like, you know, you lose the energy. Like, if you have to do this all over again for every student, understandable. So my thing is, I want to start a YouTube channel that makes them very excited about what they're studying, and I want to grow that platform. And the rest is, honestly, what makes me money is what I'm planning to approach, whatever feels like, yeah. And of course, I love my patients. I will always have a time for them and a clinic, and I won't give up that part. But mainly, I want to teach and cash money.
good. I guess we're all in for the cash part, right? So, like, what was the case that actually filled up your heart, and then you said, like, this is why I spent those years in medical school?
It's not one specific case. It is like interactions with the patient, and it's watching your patients get attached to you. Like, the moment you walk in and they see you and they get excited that it's you, you might not recognize them, but at some point I start to recognize them and their family members too. Like, I was like, this is the moment I realized I've been here for too long in this health center, because I started recognizing who's the mom, who's the aunt. But like, that attachment, like, they don't even want to go to another OPD. Once they see you, they're like, we want that doctor, we want her. And I'm like, I feel so special, and I feel like that's when I feel like I made a difference. So like, you become the family's doctor. Once you cure them, for you it's just another case, right? It's just another medication, and you know they're going to get better unless it's like a severe case. And watching them progress, and if it's DM, if like maintaining it, watching them be like, you know, seeing improvement is the best part. And then someone trusting you completely and utterly with their life is a powerful thing, and then you make a difference and they come back to you all excited. Those attachments that are formed throughout all families is something that makes me feel like this is definitely what I'm supposed to be doing. This is definitely where I'm supposed to be at.
So, like, yeah, I actually like believe in educating the people, helping the people, because, you know, all the medical students, what they go to on like YouTube is like those Indian people, like those Americans or whatever, and that is somehow like easy to understand than the teachers, but somehow it might not resonate with us, and sometimes the Indian accent might be difficult to understand, you know. So like, the things that you're planning to do, I think is going to play like a great role in educating the people.
I hope so.
So I hope, you know, you succeed on that.
I hope so. Thank you.
So like, on a last note, is there anything that you would like to say for the future generation, like, you know, to make them like go on, keep on the path that they are?
A weak path makes a weak person, but a challenging and a hard path makes a stronger person. So I can only address the medical community because that's my community. I know the classes are hard, but at the end of the road, it's worth it. Not salary-wise, but the fact that you accomplished it, the fact that you went through all that and came out the other road, like earning the name a doctor, it makes it worth it at the end. So stay strong. Try to enjoy the science. Try to enjoy the beauty of it.
Okay.
That's all.
I would like to say thank you for joining us on Artist Dialogue.
Thank you.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a wrap up to this insightful conversation with our lovely Dr. Misrak, also known as Dr. Garfield. So if you're on TikTok, go ahead and follow her. She's well known by her name, Dr. Garfield, by her TikTok beats. So just go ahead, follow her, and keep on educating yourself in a way that you can actually understand, and you won't be disappointed. And this is the time where we call our medical persons to come forward, and other fields also join us in this fun journey of TikTok, and then keep on educating people. I say just don't give up on everything. We need you at this time. Ethiopia needs you. So keep it locked into EBC. I say join us on another episode. But for now, goodbye.